Hey YouTube world! Welcome to my first video in my new YouTube channel. Welcome to Mommy's YouTube channel. Thanks for coming. And get ready to learn. I am so excited, but I'm also a little nervous because I can be kind of awkward on camera, and I don't like the sound of my voice on a recording, which I'm sure most of us are like that, but I'll work on it and get over it. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Alicia. I'm a registered nurse, and I've been a nurse for about 6 years now. And I've been practicing both in the outpatient clinic and at the bedside in labor and delivery and OBGYN, telemetry. And I've realized in both settings that my biggest passion is education. I completely love to pull up a chair, sit by my patients, explain the process, especially in labor and delivery, what's going to happen if they're having an induction or if there's something going on that they're unsure of. I love to be the one that is advocating for them and really making sure that they understand what's going on. So I realized a great way for me to help educate more people than just those that I serve at the bedside is through YouTube. One of my biggest passions, and this first series is going to be all about vaccines. It's a big controversial topic. It's all over the media, all over Facebook. Everyone's getting in arguments, but there's so much wrong information being shared. So I want to utilize my knowledge and utilize my experience and my experience with researching topics to help provide people with the best information. So I'm going to focus this first series on vaccinations, and I might jump around a little bit to talk about other things that I'm passionate about, such as postpartum depression and anxiety, and I hope you'll enjoy learning with me. I am a mom to a crazy smart 2-year-old little boy, and that's one of the reasons why I've become so passionate about vaccines, because I didn't realize how many people get their information from Facebook or third parties that don't really understand the science behind vaccinations and don't understand if it's safe for them and their family. And so whether you're on the fence about getting your family vaccinated or you're all in, I hope that you can take the information that I present to you through this series and make the best informed decision for you and your family. That's all I ask. I want this to be an open, safe place for discussion. So feel free to ask any questions that you might have, or give me topics that you might want to learn more about or you're concerned about, and I promise I'll do a video on all of your topics. I understand that vaccinating is so scary, and I especially get it now that I'm a mom, because you want to do what's best for your child and you don't want to bring harm to them in any way. But I truly believe that vaccinating on time is the best thing that you can do for your child. Did you know that the American Medical Association is now encouraging large social media networks such as Facebook and Instagram to share accurate scientific information regarding vaccines, because they realize the necessity in this? There's so much wrong information out, and it can and easily does spread through the social media networks, especially about topics such as vaccines. I want to focus this whole channel on education, and like I mentioned before, the current series that I'm working on is all surrounding vaccines. My target audience are especially parents and those that are concerned and confused about the safety and efficacy of vaccines, and I hope to bridge that gap between what your doctor is telling you, what your friends are telling you, what social media is telling you, and I hope that you can gather all the information and make the best decision for you and your family. I know I have chosen a crazy sensitive topic, and I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate on this. I do when I share it on Facebook, but I am so passionate about vaccinating because it does, your choices do affect my family, and my choices affect your family, and I want us all to be making great decisions for the community as a whole. I hope through this series you can learn to trust me. I'm a mom too, and like I said, I want to do what's best for my son and my family, and I'm not going to lie to you and say that vaccinating doesn't come without some fear. Obviously, vaccines are not completely risk-free. However, the benefits far outweigh the risks when it comes to vaccinating. One of the things that we'll be talking about in this series in a couple weeks, I have it planned, is the delayed vaccine schedule. And did you know that it is actually more dangerous for your child to be on a delayed schedule than it is to get their vaccines when they're routinely scheduled and needed? Children are already at a greater risk of contracting vaccine-preventable illnesses because their immune systems are so little and they're still developing. Yet many parents are choosing not to vaccinate for whatever reason, and children are suffering. Later in this vaccine series, I'll talk about herd immunity, which is one of the main reasons why I wanted to create this series, why I'm so passionate about vaccines, because as the opposition to vaccines grows, our herd immunity drops, and now we're at a greater risk for contracting these vaccine-preventable illnesses. And we are at risk of community epidemics, which we are seeing right now with the measles outbreak. Many diseases have been wiped out in the US, think smallpox and polio, and that's all thanks to vaccines. So if these diseases are wiped out, why do we need to keep vaccinating? Travel still happens in and out of the country and through other countries where vaccines are not readily available, and they don't have nationwide vaccine campaigns like we do here in the US. According to the World Health Organization, 1 in 5 children in Africa do not have access to the same life-saving vaccines that we do. Isn't that crazy to think about? If there were global immunization efforts, 1.5 million children a year would not have to die to vaccine-preventable illnesses. Did you also know that some diseases can be spread through animals? Yellow fever, for example, is carried through monkeys, and if a mosquito drinks the blood of an infected monkey and then you get bit by that mosquito, now you have the yellow fever virus. So it's a lot easier to avoid people, but think how hard it is to avoid mosquitoes. We were just up in Montana and got destroyed by mosquitoes. I'm going to stop here because I can seriously go on and on. I hope you can see the seriousness of this issue and why I'm so passionate about it, and I hope you want to keep coming back and watching and learning with me. So next time we're going to be talking about herd immunity and how your decisions can make a big impact, whether positive or negative, on your community. And I hope you want to come back and learn with me. Thanks so much for joining me. You guys have a great day.